Ladies and gents, I decided to try my hand on an electrical experiment, having very little knowledge on the subject. I got some copper wire out of car starter motor, an old one. There was 3 coils inside. I think they're like 1.5 mil, 1.8 mil, and 2 mil in thickness, and you end up with a reasonable amount of copper. So I made this thing here. Now it's a glass vase, and I've used baking paper, and tin foil. You might be able to see a bit of tin foil in there. And what I've done, so I've got the copper wire is laying flat on the foil. I've got the baking powder on the base layer, the tin foil on top, taped it with the copper wire through there, and then I've rolled it around this thing here. And then I put the little piece out there, that's the inner one, and this is the outer coil, comes from outside here. And just by putting bends in that there, if you get a piece of wire and put it across a battery terminal, it'll just get real hot real quick and burn up. But if you put coils like that, it won't melt, it won't burn up. And the more coils you have, the less hot it'll get. Anyway, and then I put that on there's a magnet inside this. This is a torch, this is a high powered 1 watt torch. It's got a magnet inside there, so we can stick it to the fridge or whatever. So based on the 5G wireless antenna and the diode in the fireplaces video I did, I decided to leave a gap between these two and put the magnet underneath and let the magnetic field create the energy flow through these wires. So going from, you've got an energy field on this side, energy field on this side, north and south, and the 2 wires are sitting directly in that field, and they're not touching, they are apart. See? And what I've done is I put some batteries in there. Now the tin can is just to get these batteries in line with that coil. So I don't know if they do anything, but I left the batteries in their little container. They're just AAA's. Now everyone knows what they are. And I use them in this high powered 1 watt LED. And these batteries are a year old. They've been used 7, 8, 9, 10 times. They go flat super fast because it's a high drain device. So you get a few hours out of those 3 batteries, and then it just stops. It'll turn on for a second and then turn back off. So let's see what happens. These batteries only been in there for an hour. And there we have full power. Now I drained these batteries until this thing wouldn't turn on for more than, say, a second. Because it's a high power unit, it just can't, it doesn't drain down, it just switches itself off. It just can't hold because it's sucking such high. So there you go. This is basically an aerial inside out. A normal car aerial will have the chrome on the outside and it'll be a copper on the inside. So I've got chrome on the inside and copper on the outside. And I've concentrated the antenna array in the field here by this coil. And I've bridged the circuit with a magnet, so there's no actual physical contacts. And it charges batteries for free and fast, very fast. Within, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes max. So maybe this device that I've made here, come on. Maybe this device I made is collecting radiation from the Wi-Fi networks or the wireless networks and transferring it into the middle, and the battery becomes the receiver. Anyway, ladies and gents, tell me what you think. Cheers.